on behalf. Okay, thank you. On behalf of Tecom as a lead partner in the DRWO4.0 consortium, I would like to welcome you all and thank you for joining us today to the DRWO4.0 webinar. Let me briefly introduce the DRWO4.0 project. Danube Region Wood Industry Transformation Model towards Industry 4.0 is dedicated to support the modernization and long-term resilience of the forest-based industry across the Danube region. And this project, the DRWO4.0, brings together partners from 11 countries with the shared goal to help stakeholders navigate the challenges of digitalization, sustainability, and organizational change in a structured and practical way. Over past 2 years, over several years, forest-based sector has faced increasing pressure to adapt, whether through evolving market demand, environmental responsibilities, or rapid technological development. And all these challenges are trying to be overcome by the DRWO4.0 tools. That's why we offer a clear pathway for this transformation. At the heart of our project is the transformation model, designed to support companies and stakeholders in understanding where do they stand today and how they can move forward. This transformation model provides a structured framework that connects digital progress, operational efficiency, and sustainable practices, ensuring that transformation is balanced and achievable. An important outcome is practical guidelines for application. They complement the transformation model, and guidelines are designed in a way that they support stakeholders in applying the transformation model in real context. Guidelines provide a step-by-step approach to planning and implementing the change. They enable adaptation of the model to different organizational sizes, capacities, and regional conditions. Moreover, the aim of guidelines is to encourage replication and scaling across the sectors. So our intention was to make transformation not only strategic, but also practical and accessible. What makes the DRWO4.0 available is its focus on this real-world implementation and moving forward from the theoretical level. So the project does not stop at the concept, but it also provides tools that can be directly used by companies, clusters, any stakeholders to support the decision-making and long-term development. So today's webinar is part of this effort. Our partners, Culmena and Cultural Innovation Competence Center Association, will guide you through key components of transformation model and guidelines, and they will help you better understand how these tools can be applied in practice. I encourage you, and I really hope that you will actively engage during this webinar and share your reflection on how these approaches relate to your own context and try to consider how the model and guidelines can support you in your future activities. Once again, thank you for being here. Hope you will enjoy next hour and a half. And not to take any more time, I will give the floor to Professor Stefanic. If I'm not mistaken, according to agenda, Professor, you are the first. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi to everybody. And I like to highlight something what our Daniela said. We want to go from theoretical towards practical. Am I right, Daniela?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, and I want to tell you that both of us, I think on Janos and us in Culmena. We have many practical experience. We work, we worked, and we are working with many companies, not only in Croatia, in other countries, and we recognize that our transformation model is something very useful for the company who are the part of the projects. And here, in next 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I don't know how many I have time, I will speak about CULIS transformations model, the part of what we have, what we cover. This is the CULIS. This what we want with our part with the CULIS. We want to support company or transition of companies in every sectors, in every country, and every type of company of every every size of the company. This model is suitable. That means that if we focus on our forest-based sector, main project objective is support the transition companies and sector towards Industry 4.0, not only on theoretical way, we will here speak about theoretical, but on the practice way, on the practical way, you have many possibility to see how we work, to show how we work in the company, like Bauwerk. This is the practical solution of digital transition towards Industry 4.0. What are strengths of us or this project when we work on transition? That is competitiveness, resilience, and sustainability. We want through this transformation that we enlarge or empower the competitiveness of company, resilience of company, and sustainability of the company. And we believe with this methodology, we can do that. You can see in this last several weeks, you can see how many companies or some sectors are in new crisis, the new situations, problems with the resource, energy, and many bad things. And for this model, we think on these three things that we want that our company who implement CULIS methodology have these three components. Enable. First for us is we want to have traceability and transparency through the whole value chain. Resource, you can see the prices of the oil or gas go up, and you can see it is the best way is to find way how to better use resource. And in our digital twin, we develop several solutions like smart board. With them, we can use this resource on very efficiency, and with digitalization of using the resource, we optimize the resource they are using utility. Improve process efficiency. Improve process efficiency is important, but another what is here important is empower the people, give the knowledge to the people. This methodology, which have three main pillars. One pillar is lean, another is digital, and third is the green. We gave for this process the people. We empower their skills, efficiency, productivity, and everything. And the company for this transition, for this model, will be more successful. That means enhanced traceability and transparency, better resource utilization, improve process efficiency, and improve the skills and the knowledge of the people on all levels. That when we speak about the people, we don't think only on the people who work at machine in logistics or other. We think on operating level. We think on the people who are work on management in management, or no matter is this operation manager or middle manager or a tactical manager or strategical manager or leadership. We give all of them the knowledge through this CULIS methodology. Next. Here is this transformation framework. This is one integrated system, which based on the three pillars. We have three dimensions: lean process optimization and efficiency. Here is the five very strong, very powerful tool. And if you implement these tools, you will improve your process minimum 15 or 20%. How we can say this? We can say this because we have our Lean Academy. In our Lean Academy was around more than 100 Lean manager, and their results, when they implement the knowledge of Lean, are very strong. We measure their return on investment when they come to our academy, and the result is very good. First is the Lean, 5 tools. Digital, that means that we use digital technology, that we can cover process in the real time, connect the data, make prediction, and make control on that data, and use this data for more efficiency of the process. Next is the green. When we spoke about green, we spoke about sustainability and resource efficiency. Okay, next. Here is when we spoke the first transformation pillar. We have two main pillars or two main activity. That is process and waste. We want to make waste reduction and improve the process. We want to remove from the process many variation, and we want to have the stability of the process in the wood industry. That means in every part of value stream mapping, we improve the process. When we on proper way implement Lean tools, and we have here on the right side, we have 5 tools. The king of the Lean is the value stream mapping. This is the king of the whole Lean. And the steps when you want to enter in the Lean is 5S and visual management. And the other is standardization, quality, and Kaizen. You have experience with us when we were in Požega and in the Salzburg. We show on very, I think, good way, show these 5 tools and make some practical exercises. You can see on this picture one value stream mapping from the company, I think, Bauwerk. And you can see how is this complex. But when you take the knowledge, when you have the knowledge about this, you will see how is this easy and efficiency. Why is Kaizen important? With Kaizen methodology, we include the people as the part of the lean transformation process. Without people, we don't have any chance to be successful. That means that Kaizen methodology gave us, ask from the people a suggestion for improvement. And with their Kaizen's suggestion, we improve the process. Value stream mapping cannot work without Kaizen. We have two types of Kaizen. First is assist Kaizen. And when you implement the lean tools and Kaizen especially, we at the end we will have finally VSM to B situation. And these two states, these two map are different. With them, give us increased productivity, reduce costs, improve the workflow. Standardization is something what, when we have the value stream mapping to be, we make the process of standardization. Digital transformation pillar is something what is when we spoke of the whole process. In this whole process, this is the king of the whole process. Why? Here we have possibility to earn money. In lean, we recognize on which way we work and remove waste from our process. And with digital transformation, we establish something more very strong. Objective connectivity. When we prepared this transformation pillar, we put on the first stage, we put the smart and connected products. On which way the forest-based sector can be efficient or sustainable or resilient when they make changes with their products. We said the company who produce the wood products or some furniture or other products, they should connect this with, they should make this product as the smart and connected. That means put many sensors, many sensors and other things, IoT systems in their products to have the new products, and the prices of these products will go up several times compared with the classical products. Another is a digitalization of manufacturing, services, and public administration. When we spoke about the digitalization, that means that we not think only on the manufacturing, we think on services and other activity, in whole activity in the company. What means digitalization? That means that we put the sensors and other digital technology like digital twin, like the automatization, like artificial intelligence, like other technology, we put directly in the process. And we collect data, and with this data, we very fast can predict what we need in future or in next day or in next week, and we can very easy can measure the efficiency of our process and predict what we should work for next next day. Next is optimal use of resources. Resources are in this time are very expensive, and we can work on optimal uses of resource. Digital knowledge of skills of the people. Robotic and automatization, a very important part. And you can see in a company where you were that we put automation as the part of the process. Standardization and legal framework, and cybersecurity. We put here everything, and we said through this digital transformation pillar, we want to establish a new platform. The name of that platform is Smart Factory. Without this transformation pillar, we cannot speak about Smart Factory. Next is green transformation pillar. This is in connection with the previous two pillars, because we want to find good relations with the nature, and we want to use what nature gives us, like renewable source of energy. That is what we want to use in our process. Another is circular economy, that we can see that the wood industry is especially good in circular economy. If we can use everything what come from the wood stubble, wood tree, we can use everything, and we are not in situation that we can use other sources of energy. You can see in the company Bauwerk, they use for heatings, for everything. They can use the rests of in products from the wood. Another is what I like, and this is our, I can say, documents achievement to the nature is the 7 sustainable resource of planet Earth. That means that we can think on them and find a way how to improve this. Synergy between humans and nature in uses this 7 sustainable resource of planet, and our duty is to have the nature in relation for the next generation. Next is this. Yes, that is from the first part. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Stefanic. Thank you very much. If I'm not mistaken, Janos will continue with value chain analysis.
Yes. As we discussed earlier at the final conference of the project with Professor Stefanic, that the value chain analysis is a good to find out where we are in that moment in the value chain of wood industry. And that's why I have a short presentation about the theoretical approach, what is the theory and the framework. So I'm gonna share this. I don't know whether it is visible.
Yes, it is.
That's okay. So how the value chain analysis is working and why we need it, that's what I'm talking about. This is the roadmap for our session. So that's I prepared 2 parts actually. Part 1 is the theoretical, then the part 2 is, according to the agenda, is the practical guide. I will walk you through each implementation phase step by step, if it's necessary, and if the audience, the dear colleagues, would like that. So anyone can say, okay, we know that, we don't need it. So for the next, the value chain analysis is an analytical engine of the entire transformation model. So one important part is it examines the complete sequence of all activities through which materials, information, and the value flow from raw material sourcing through processing, manufacturing, distribution, and end of life. So this is the value chain analysis. It is not different like the Porter value chain model, which is a skeleton model, and we had to adapt it a little bit for the DRWO uh, methodology. So first, map the system visually. Second, identify where value is created and where it is lost. And the third one is we have to define transformation priorities that feed directly into the CULIS methodology. So VCA is in advance of using CULIS methodology, but we have to understand CULIS methodology as Professor has explained so far. So actually, we use furniture manufacturing as our reference case throughout the project, but the same framework applies to sawmilling, panels, joinery, or any other wood-based subsector. It is general to any wood-based subsector anyway. So this is how the value chain is structured. It is structured into 6 stages that apply to any wood-based subsector, as I said. Stage 1, inputs cover raw materials, sourcing, and inbound logistics. The stage 2 is primary processing, includes sawmilling, breakdown, and drying. The stage 3 is the secondary processing, which component manufacturing, CNC machining, and assembly take place. The stage 4 is distribution and sales, covers packaging and logistics. Stage 5, usually it's very strange. Everyone told me that what we should use, we sold that already. Actually, there would be nice to understand how our product performs in the market in the hands of the customer. And stage 6 is the end of life, recycling, reuse, and energy recovery. Beneath all primary stages are 4 horizontal support activities: national strategies, clusters and networks, technology development, and education. So the key rule for DRWO 4.0 is that regardless of the subsector you analyze, your results must be nested under the 6 common stages so we can compare and aggregate findings across all partner countries. We have done it. The value chain analysis phase produces 3 critical outputs. First is the value chain map. It's a visual representation of all processes, material flows, information flows, and decision points. This creates shared language between operators, managers, and external partners. Output 2 is flow analysis sheet. Quantified process data, including cycle times, waiting times, bottlenecks, and coordination gaps. Output 3 is the prioritized improvement areas, which a ranked list distinguishing quick wins from strategic improvement and explicitly categorizing opportunities as lean, digital, or green. It is the third output that becomes the direct input for the CULIS implementation phase. If anyone have any question, I'm really happy to answer in the second part of this conversation. So you can see examples for each of the 6 value chain stages. We evaluate 5 value drivers. So the first driver is digital automation, how well ERP, CNC, and CAD/CAM systems are integrated. Driver 2 is quality control and traceability, digital monitoring, and product tracking. Driver 3 is logistic and distribution digitalization, transport management, and fleet telematics. Driver 4 is sustainability and circularity, material efficiency, waste and energy systems. Driver 5 is data analysis and decision support, business intelligence and predictive tools. The 5 drivers are the standardized dimensions that make it possible to compare results between an Austrian furniture manufacturer and a Romanian sawmill. The example column on the right gives you a concrete sense of what each driver looks like in a wood industries cluster. So we try to make it understandable and feasible. The maturity model translates qualitative observations into measurable scores. Score 0 means no digital system, everything is fully manual. Score 1 means basic isolated tools that are not integrated. For example, there is a CNC somewhere, but there is no connection with the planning and no connection with logistics or other parts. Score 2 means developing integration. At least 50% of the process is connected to ERP or MEC. Score 3 means advanced, fully integrated systems, including digital twins and systematic circular economic practices. The power of this model lies in the two-score approach. You assign a current score and the potential score for each driver at each stage. The gap between the two tells you where to focus a transformation investment. A large gap of 1 and 5, there is or more is a high priority area. A medium gap is an incremental opportunity. A small gap means the current level is sufficient for now. These are the cross-country findings from the VCA implementation across the partner countries. Digital automation, CNC is widely used, but integration with ERP is very limited, and this is consistently identified as the top priority. Quality and traceability, high awareness of importance, but investment capacity and organizational constraints are the main barriers. Logistic digitalization, we found strong variation between countries. Export-oriented countries are more advanced. Sustainability and circularity, the lowest and the most heterogeneous scores. Practices limited to basic waste and energy measures. Data analytics, very limited today, but high realistic potential. The key regional conclusion is clear. The gap is large across all 5 drivers, and the barrier is not the availability of technology, it is the accessibility of funding, the complexity of administrative process, and the shortage of skills to implement and operate digital system. That would be my theoretical part, and when we are going to the implementation guide, then I return with this presentation. Thank you. Any question?
Many questions you have, because you put here many good things. We have some question?
Oh,
Yes, Lesia raised her hand.
Alicia?
Yes. Hi. I have the question to the Lean Digital Lean Digital Green. Yes, the first part. And my question is about in one of your slides you mentioned that the digital transformation will make the decision making faster. So would you please add some words, like what exactly is meant under that? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Alicia. Very good questions. When we have digital information, when we have digital twins, as Janos spoke about this, we have in real-time data. When we have in real-time data about materials, about stocks, about process, about quality, about planning, how is the efficient planning, what is with the machines, how is the situation with the people who are in company or work or not work, you can make a faster decision with digitalization. And you have through digital twins, you have information about quality. How many materials are in the without the any problematics? How many of this area is very good? And you have data in real time. Before, when you work with the company, you you have on the list, you have the pencil, you have tables, and collect the data, and use these data for next day and make a decision on tomorrow morning meeting. But with this digital twin, with digitalization, you have information in several minutes. In every hour, you can have informations, and with this information, the management or people who work on machine can react faster. That means. Thank you. Thank you. Very good question. That is the source of digitalization.
I think that we have one more hand raised. Mr. Orest Kiko.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for excellent pronunciation of my name, because it's not easy. So my name is Orest, and I represent the Ukrainian National Forest University. Actually, I'm head of wood product and furniture technology department in my university that is situated in Ukraine, in Lviv. Thanks a lot for your very interesting presentation, and I would like to ask you, I have at least two questions for you. Question number one, regarding Ukrainian wood processing industry, or maybe Ukrainian furniture industry. You know, here in Ukraine, the average number of employees in woodworking Ukrainian industry makes up four persons. And in the furniture industry, approximately 4 or maybe 5 persons. It means that 85% of Ukrainian woodworking industry, so-called forest-based industry, we have very small individual enterprises. And therefore, if we are talking about enterprises that has 4 employees, in which way can you suggest to implement digital transformation, Kaizen transformation, lean transformation, and many others? And maybe question number two. In my practice, in my experience, sometimes there is a contradiction between so-called sustainability and circularity. Because what do you mean by that? Because some decision that we want to implement within the framework of woodworking industry, we can call as a circular ones, but not sustainability ones. For instance, if you're talking about drying of timber, yes, within the framework of woodworking industry, this process is process with very intensive banning of wooden wastes. But regarding sustainability, is not very it's not very nice to ban wooden waste. But if you're talking about circularity, is step number one. Thanks a lot for my question and for my answers in advance.
For whom you put this question? For Janusz or me?
I don't know. Up to you.
Okay. Janusz, do you want that I ask give the answer?
Yeah, for the companies, I have an answer. Yeah. So I work a lot with small or micro enterprises. We call it micro enterprises with 4 or 5 people. Uh, that that's the place where the digitalization can help, because usually those people are overwhelmed and those people have a lot of job to do, and the digitalization is the way how we can equalize their work time and keep their work time continuous um, and predictable. So that's what I would say. Any part, you know, that people often think, if they think about lean, for example, they believe they have to do everything about the lean, and then they have to introduce the lean through the whole processing. No, at least one stuff from the first second helps you. It is not a long-term strategic development. It's immediate help. If you do any digitalization in your business, it will be an immediate help in the first step. For example, if you use an artificial intelligence to develop you a quotation form, and the quotation for a business, for a returning order, that's already helped you a lot. So I believe the digitalization is a step-by-step process, as Professor already told. And I also try to explain through the value chain analysis. If you see a bottleneck somewhere, you have to move it out, and you have to develop some changes, and then it will be more successful. So I believe that for the micro enterprises, the digitalization is the only tool which can support them to break through the glass ceiling.
If I can give my suggestion, for Ukraine, I think that the new strategic approach for wood industry in Ukraine is clusters. That means that you put together this micro company, which 4 or 5 or 6 people, and through that you put the cluster for some parts of wood sectors. Normally, when you have a small amount of the people, as Janusz said, digitalization is maybe a solution. But if you want that your company grow, that means that you must think on your process. You must arrange your process, empower your people. And another, what do you have, what you don't have in your company is like maybe marketing or digital marketing or logistics and other things. Maybe, as I said, the solution will be to put together micro companies in the cluster. That's the first. The second is when your company is small. One part of digitalization, from my point of view, is very important. You have there several 7 steps in digitalization. And I spoke there, I put on the first place smart and connected products. That mean that you can take the company who will help you for the small amount of the money to digitize your products. And because of that, I put this step on first place. Please, people, when you are weak and you don't have enough money, please work on improve or digitize your products. I think when we spoke about the micro company, this is a solution. We have one example. in one company, I think 4 or 5 years ago, they have about 8 or 10 people, and they was very weak, and we work with them. Our government gave them money for a lean implementation, and they recognize very fast that they won't not only work on waste reduction in their process, they decide that they improve their products. And we spoke with one startup company and tell them, people, we want to improve or to digitize their products. And very fast, we found how we can do that. And after that, they go on the market, they go on television, on promotion, because when your products, furniture or other things, when you put innovation in them, they go very up with the price. And when we show on our television, national television, the products which we digitize or make smart and digitals, the people were surprised, and they started very easy with higher sales. That is our experience. I think one is the new strategic, like cluster. Another is take the first stage to give your products to put your products to be smart and connected.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
I think that I spoke about this on one presentation. I don't know, but if you want, we will send you how you can do that. This from us. And thank you for very good question. I think that Janos and I, we are very happy. If you put the question, we are very happy.
Yes, and I agree. These are theoretical frameworks, what we are talking about. It looks very theoretical, but practicing it in the daily life, business life, helps a lot.
You know,
And of course,
it's very important for Ukraine because nowadays Ukrainian government decided that we should support Ukrainian woodworking and furniture industry, and therefore let's elaborate strategy for their supporting. And we are finding some ways how to improve our activity, how to support our enterprises, because we are considering woodworking industry and furniture industry as a green sector, as a future of our industry, and therefore it's very important for us. Thank you.
we are. From my part, I'm really happy to help anyway.
You know that we are very close to Ukraine, and we will find the innovation, and we suggest we can give many suggestions. And I know that your people are very creative and innovative people, and with this transformation model, they can be faster, innovate, faster, successful. And I'm completely sure that in Ukraine, in future, will come many innovation in wood-based sector.
Yeah,
we hope as well.
Highest level of processing, highest level of added value is going on.
More question, please. And we will speak about experience, what we like this, what we said for the Orest, our experience in we implement a lean in how many? More than 100 company. We have more than 5 smart company, and we can give you our suggestion if you ask us.
Okay, thank you very much. I think for now that we don't have any additional questions, but we can continue with the foreseen agenda. So I'm sure that questions will come up. Is that okay?
Okay, I prepared presentations for continuing the practical implementation, how to do value chain analysis. Should we continue with that? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Just a second, I try to share my screen. First, I have to, no. Yeah, the problem is that. From now, it's okay. So, what we can do, we a little bit developed a little bit forward the original idea. So this is how the VC implementation follows 4 sequential phases. Phase 1 is preparation and scope definition. Actually, in the project, we did it in 2 weeks, so or I think 4 weeks. That was really, really fast. But we had to try out how to do that, and we had good experience. All the partners could elaborate that. So where you establish and secure management commitment and prepare your data collection tools. Phase 1 is the value chain mapping, 3 to 6 weeks, where you create the visual current state map. Phase 2 is the maturity assessment. Actually, that was the part what we did in the project. 2 or 3 weeks, where you score all the drivers across all stages, flow analysis and bottleneck in the identification, that what we did, where you translate maps into prioritized action list. Total typical duration is 9 to 16 weeks. Importantly, the project partners can support and facilitate this project, particularly for smaller enterprises that may not have the internal capacity to conduct the full self-assessment independently. So the phase 0 is getting organized. The 4 key activities are defining the scope precisely so you do not end up analyzing everything and achieving nothing. So securing management commitment, you have to talk with the management. They have to participate in that. So once the company, even you are the owner of the company, and even you are 4 or 5 people, then you have to do it together. You have to find an afternoon where you explain everything to your colleagues and you start the work. It takes time, definitely, but it worth the investment of time. To the phase 1 is the actual mapping work. So you document each process stage with its inputs, outputs, and cycle times. You trace material flows, showing quantities, losses, and byproducts. It is an analysis. So it means that you have to watch your processes like you were out of that. That's a helicopter view. And then you will find these parts. So you have to trace the information flows, showing where data is generated and used. And then you record performance data, cycle times, changeover times, capacity utilization. The output of phase 1 is the value chain map. So the shared visual language of everything that follows. This is how it looks like. So how the info flows, how the material flows, and how the green energy and how the green loop is working. Then, of course, it is about the furniture. But you can have any other subsector as we discussed. So the information flows shows how ERP system, even if you have QR code or any kind of digital sensor, connect to the process stages above. The middle layer, the material flow, shows the physical sequence from kiln-dried timber inputs through cutting and nesting, CNC machining, assembly, surface finishing to distribution. The bottom line, as I said, the green loop shows how waste streams re-enter the system through circular economy and bioenergy pathways if it exists. This kind of map is what your team produces at the end of the phase one. It makes visible what is typically implicit knowledge held by individual operators and creates the foundation for the maturity assessment and flow analyzes that flow. The maturity self-assessment, step by step. Step one, assemble a cross-functional team, at least 4 different functions in the room so that no single perspective dominates the scoring. Step 2, review your phase 1 value chain map to confirm which stages and processes you are assessing. Step 3, score each of the 5 drivers at each relevant stage using the 0 to 3 scale. An important instruction: be conservative. So be conservative. Score only what is systematically in place and routinely used, not what is occasionally or partially used. Step 4, assign both a current and a potential score for every driver stage combination. Be realistic on the potential. Think about what is achievable, what is feasible, with focused investment in 3 to 5 years, not a theoretical maximum. Step 5, calculate the gap for each combination and build your priority list. The full scoring worksheet and the detailed guide are available in a methodology document Annex 1 on the project website. The flow analysis and the bottleneck identification. The phase 3 is where you translate the visual map into actionable insights. You are looking for 5 types of problem: physical bottlenecks, the single constraint that limits total throughput, for example, kiln capacity or a CNC machine that is always the limiting factor. Information delays, places where decisions are made with late or incomplete data. Quality generation points where defects originate, which is often far upstream from where they are detected. Waste sources, categorized as material waste, time waste, and energy waste. And coordination failures, breakdowns between departments. Okay, there are no departments in a four-person company, but there are sequences in the workflow. So if it's not departments, there are different steps in the work, and then there are different places where value are generated. The 3 deliverables are bottleneck analysis report, a waste quantification summary with financial estimates, and the priorities full analysis sheet. The prioritization, I always hard to say, uses a simple matrix. Quick wins are high impact and low effort, and act immediately. So let's see the next slide. This is how you can reading and using your results. So you recognize that, for example, in primary processing, you have a gap. That means +2. So the reality has a value of 1, and the potential is 3. Then you immediately have a huge gap, and you recognize, okay, we have to do something with that. With the logistic, there is 0 digitalization, and you have a possibility to reach 2. Then it means that's an area where you can move forward. So the gap analysis table is a practical output you bring to management. Read it by looking for the highlighted cells. These are the stage driver combinations with a gap of 2 or more. These are your priority areas. In this example, logistic digitalization and distribution and sales stage has a gap of 3, the maximum possible, and is therefore the most urgent transformation priority. That's the answer. how you can prioritize your transformation. So this is the framework what I would like to show you, and of course I will share my presentation. I will drop into the chat immediately. Everyone can download it, and this is how we find out through the value chain analysis what should we improve, and CULIS is how should we improve it. This is where we find the maturity gap, and CULIS is how CULIS explains how it works. So, Professor, the word is yours.
What is important to say? This part, what Janos showed us, for every company is very important, because you want to tell you this is a SE state, or your company, or your process, or your sector. What do you want to say? And that is important. SE state, he make the value chain analysis in the whole process, from inputs of materials and other resource to the end of life your products. Put the secondary, primary part of the analysis, secondary, logistic, everything he put here, and you have very easy information in which position you are. This is for us in CULIS, how to say, input. And
yes,
without this informations, without value chain analysis, gap analysis, priority matrix, priority areas, maturity areas, we are in the problems. And the whole process of transformation will have very huge duration. And when we take, or when we get or got this information from the value chain analysis, you can see we make the plan how we will improve or transform you from SE state to B state. That will tell us which waste you have, which gap you have in your process, where you can focus your activity. And we are on this data, we prepare CULIS to be, or CULIS implementation model, or implementation phase of transformation model. If we have some company who is not who has many gaps, who has many ways, which are not digitized, which are not lean company, which don't have the green don't use green technology and other things, you can see from the 16 area, from the 16-hour tools, we will implement 12 of 16. That means 75% of all activity we should implement. If the gap analysis tell us that we should only make standardization, quality, the digitalization of manufacturing, optimal use of resources, and circular economy, that means that all process will be faster finished, and you will enter fast on the market with your new or to be way of working. And you can see here, you can easy here implement here is the part, smart platforms. From these smart platforms, we can see the smart factory. When you finish this process, you can be at the end the smart factory. What is important? We have in one table, which VCA give us, we have the steps, activity you should work to be successful. We start to implement this in your company, and at the end we show this. We have the SIs table, and we have to be table and now table, new table, and we compare what are difference, how we are efficiency with our implementation. That is great value of this transformation model. This is innovation on our projects that we put together two very valuable methodology. One is value chain analysis, and other is CULIS. And how from this, when we take the materials, when we get the table from VCA analysis, we prepared the CULIS platform. What this platform will have? Kaizen, we said we must implement Kaizen, value stream mapping, work on productivity. This is the digital tool, BEPE. This is a methodology how we will work on our project. Another is we want to use optimal use of our resource, energy, water, gas, everything, materials, everything what we have. And you can see digital twins. This is the table, or this is a visual presentation, how we are efficiency in our uses or consultations of electricity. We have a prediction model here. What we should do if we make a higher consultation that we plan. Our digital twin, what we develop here, will warn you when you are in situation that your consumption is higher than you plan. Here on other things we have APS LCE. This is the lean scheduling Europe. This is a advanced planning system. This is for the company who have more than 100 people who are stronger. They are a small company with more than 100 people. Another what we put in this system is, we say ERP system 4.0. This system is this type of ERP system which are connected with sensors, with IoT systems, with artificial intelligence, which work not only manually. You know that when you speak about ERP system, that you have many manual work. Now we work on that, we make automation in insert data in this system, analyze the data, prepare the some reports and other things. ERP system 4.0 is this type of ERP, new type of ERP system, where you are connected with your supplier directly, with your customer directly, and with your all part of value chain in your company. That means with inventory, warehouse, with your procurement, with your sales, with your production, with your maintenance. And data which generated in your process will go directly in ERP system. And other, we make the digital twin process where we can put whole our process here like visual system, and we can put here, this is the for only this is the digital twin for electricity consumption. On other way, we can put here water consumption, consultations of materials, the waste in production, everything we can put on digital twins. That will be the part of the next hour project on which I spoke last time. Here is the plan, how we will transform from SIS to B state. Why we put digital strategy plan? But because what suggestion in value chain analysis report from final report from value chain analysis is the new strategy, new approach here for how to change your company, and we put here in this digital strategy plan. When we normally is we say from the theoretical to practice or from strategy to implementation, we put here flow charts, and we think that is for every transformation we need maximum 15 months. I put here 15 months. We think that we see value chain analysis and CULIS can transform every company in 15 months. We can tell you that we have experience with our food industry like Podravka. They have around 6,500 people. They have more than 20 company, and they work in 5 or 6 or more, 10 countries. And we make all transformation in 15 months. You have here the part of value chain analysis, how we can, after we think that is around 3 months is normally that we have maturity assessment. You can see that we have we have the parallel process here: preparation, value chain analysis, maturity assessment, and this duration is around 3 months, 2.5 months for this part. And after that, we prepared CULIS pillar design from maturity. This integrated roadmap we prepared here, and after 4 months or 4.5 half, we go through the CULIS implementation. You can see that these 3 processes go parallelly. That means after 1 month, or 45 days, we started the digitalization. And after 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 months, we go with the green transformation. And for every of these tools, we have completely developed the system how we can implement every tools. We have developed for lean transformation, for digital transformation, for green transformation. We have the process, how we work, what are KPIs, who are involved, how we cover results, how we'll make visualization, everything's the meetings with the management and everything. And after 14 months, we have conclusion and reporting of that process. That means this is the lesson learned. We have the smart factory, and we report the steering committee with whom we work on that project. If the company is big, like 300, 400 people, it is normal that we make the project plan, project team, steering committee, everything is what is important in project management. And after 14 months, we give the results of our projects. What we recognize that we have a possibility to finish whole process in 15 months. The strength of that model is that it can be very fast and efficiently implemented. And we have experience in that area on many type of projects in very strong company and results, and we have experience from Lean Academy, and they implement this model in their company, and the results are very good. Yes, good. And what is the benefit of this our transformation model? You transform your company, you recognize what are gaps, what are priority, what are important to transform in your company, and with this plan, and after implement the CULIS, the benefits will be operational efficiency, improve your digital maturity, reduce environmental impact, enhanced competitiveness, better resilience to market and supply shocks, and your people will be more qualified, more skilled, more efficient. Everything is what you have here as the benefit that came from the people. And this model, we can say that this model is give us one very good transformation and structured transformation pathway. This is a scalable and adaptable transformation model. It support Industry 4.0. This is the support for Industry 4.0 and circular bioeconomy transition. What is the key success factor in that transformation? That means that we should align the technology, process, and the people. And you can see through this process, we will see how we can, or on which organization model is the best in the future for that company. We said that this model is, from one way, it is a strategic model. From another way, you can see this is a tactical model, and on the third way, this is an operational model. And we can tell as the finish that you have everything what you need that make your factory smart, successful, and you can have everything what you can do, can do that your sector, wood-based sector, will be successful. And don't worry, because you can see maybe this is complex when Janos present operational part of value chain analysis. When we spoke in Kulmena about 16 steps in transformation, you can think this is something very problematic, very demands another. But I think when you implement this model or start implement this model, you will enjoy in that. We can, when we implement this model, we can see how fast the people transform. And we can tell you that more than 90% of people in every company want that their company be successful and that they can be successful. And I think that is all. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much to both of you, Janos and Professor.
Welcome. My
we
pleasure.
invite participants to ask questions. We still have a couple of minutes till, if I'm not mistaken, 10 minutes. So there's plenty of time to ask questions if you have.
Please ask. You have now time.
I have uploaded my presentation and also a document which supports the interviews, so you are free to download.
Thank you very much. Yes, Alessia?
Yes, thanks a lot to both of you for such a comprehensive information. And actually, I just wanted to mention that it's a lot of information in each slide, and it was if you hear first time or let's say even second time, it's quite difficult to comprehend everything. So thank you for sharing the materials. And my question would go to both of you. Maybe continuing the point when on the enterprise there are not so many people. Yes, they have. There are like multitasking positions. One person does this and that. What do you think? Would it be possible without any additional help, like from consultancy, just by own forces, looking at materials that we will share and you shared now and we will translate? I'm speaking about Ukrainian audience. Would it be possible for them just by their own forces do at least some steps towards this transformation? Because resources are scarce, financial and also human resources, and but the change is needed. So do you think when being carefully reading through the materials, through these outputs that we developed, I see there is a second presentation, thanks a lot, would it be possible for them to do it? And second part of the question, they're often look to to increase the profit. So will these steps that you suggest help them to increase the profit one way or another? Thank you.
If I cannot, you will ask Janusz, and after that I will tell.
Okay. So, according to my experience as a mentor, usually I mentor small companies. I do mentoring for small companies. It's already a revelation when a company owner understands the process from a helicopter view, and those documents and the presentations from the professor and from me, that helps the people to understand what they do in a broader approach, and then they will see themselves immediately those gaps where they can do something without any specific resources. So I don't say it is easy, but it is possible to do themselves. I'm sure it will change immediately. It's just a question of point of view. If you are working within your company, you can't see everything, but you are working on your company, then you will see everything.
From my point of view, it is not easier that you alone implement this very complex model. In many situations in medicine, when they give some new methodology, you have here I will speak about here in Croatia. There is the new methodology for lung transplantation. And we have here amazing doctors, academic, but for this methodology, they call the experts from other countries who is the best in that methodology. If you want to apply a loan, maybe whole process, durations of that whole process will be, from my experience, 2 or 3 times longer. You can be successful, no problem. And the knowledge and leadership and experience and practical knowledge of the people who who implement this type of methodology is very important. Another, I think, then in this methodology, if you read that methodology very careful, you have everything that your company is successful. You have 2 parallel processes. One process which reduce your costs, reduce cost optimization, think on resource, improve the process characteristics, improve the quality, and on that way the costs go down. I can tell from our experience that cutting of costs are around 30 or 35 or more percentage. From other side, we put your some methodology how to increase your profit. Not only profit, how you can increase your sales, how you can earn more money with your products. And from one side, you have a reduce of costs. From another side, you have more sales, and through this, you have the more profits. And this profit you can implement in research and development, in the hiring the new people, buy the new new machines and other. And don't forget, in Europe, in your countries, everywhere, Europe gives so many money for digitalization, for lean, for process efficiency, for green methodology. And I think that you have everything here to increase your profit. Yes, maybe when you start, take some support of the person who are who has who has experience and knowledge about this methodology. And after, the people who will work with us, we will make the team, and they will learn this team. And after several months, the people will have some roles and will be better and better, and they can be capable to lead this implementation. But I think that is not good to start alone. I think that you should start with someone who is experienced with this methodology. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot to both. Thank you.
Okay, I don't see any hands up in the air, so we are perfectly on time. And I would like to thank our speakers, Janusz and Professor. Thank you very much for sharing all this with us. I hope the participants receive plenty of new information, and at least you scratched the surface with this segment of business transformation processes. To all participants, thank you very much
Thank you for the opportunity, and
joining us.
very much your attention.
Share. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Janusz and Professor, please, closing words.
it is my great pleasure and honor to be with you, to interchange our experience, our knowledge. Thank you, extreme thank you so much, our team from SECOM, who collect us on these projects, give us opportunity to develop something very huge. And now they gave us, or we all together create something what is valuable, transformation models. Please don't stop with transformation. Use what we have here, this transformation model, and you will see, you will be in position to see how your company grow, how your sector grow, how your economy grow. From my side, thank you so much. Wish you all the best, and I wish you many, many successful. Thank you.
Thank you. Janusz, do you want to say?
I just can repeat what Professor said, and yes, I'm very grateful to be part of this great project and participate in this really amazing partnership. It was really good, and for this webinar, I was really surprised how many people attended, and I'm really honored to talk to this exciting. For me, it was very exciting, the value chain analysis, and then I was really happy to get connected with CULIS. So I think it's really good, and I'm really here to help anyone needs a further help or any kind of support. And of course, I just wanted to say, want to make sure that having an expert next to you about these complex processes makes much faster and more efficient. So it's sure it's better if you have a support for that. So I just say thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so to all participants, thank you for participating. And yes, that will be all for today. Hope to see you next time in some other space project or something. So all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. And thank you for the colleagues to organize that. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
Yes, have a nice day. Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.